Hello guys, what's up? How you doing? It's nice to have you back on the channel. This is part 2 of the previous video. So in the first video, we talked about 2 sets of documents. The first one being the statement of purpose document that I had up to almost like 43 or 44 pages of like different types of documents. If you want to have a look at that video, the link is in the description and you can click somewhere here too. I think one eye that just popped out. But in this video, what we're going to be talking about is the proof of funds document. Also, just like in the last video that I explained that I made use of the table of contents to actually organize all my documents in a sequential order, made it clickable so that anyone who gets into the document can just click a particular place that they want to go on the table of content and it will take them there. It shows that you are organized, it shows that you know what you're doing, it shows that you're serious about like this application and all of that. So in this document for everything that concerns proof of funds, I also have some documents there that also show my home ties. I'll be reading out this document for you in a bit, so stay tuned, don't go anywhere. But before we continue, please, for me, like the video, subscribe to the page, and click that notification bell so that you can always get updates anytime I drop a new video. So without further ado, so the number 1 document I use, I named it Proof of Funds Explained. What exactly did this document contain? Well, just as the name implies, Proof of Funds Explained is a document that I use to explain everything that transpired within my statement of account, whether it be inflows or outflows of cash spread over time. Everything explained fell under that Proof of Funds Explained document. The document was just 1 page long and it had written text as well as a table to show the breakdown of all the cash I had, in what bank, in what order, the amount specified in a different section, as well as some assets and their liquid value, as a value in actual Nigerian currency. Then I also had another column showing the conversion of this value in Canadian dollars, because obviously the currency that they are familiar with is Canadian dollar, CAD. So it's important to have a separate column that shows this. So the Proof of Funds Explained document was really detailed. I tried to go in depth. It's important not to leave any stone unturned. If there's any discrepancy, if you have a huge inflow, if you have maybe some huge sum of money was pushed into your account at a certain point and you have no explanation of how that got in there, well, I guess that's a red flag. So this is the section that you need to really explain these things for them to, for the visa officer to really know, okay, that this guy is actually legit, and it has to make sense also. I'll be breaking that down later on and make a separate video for that. So let's move on to the next one. So the next set of pages actually had my statement of accounts in printed format. So what I did actually was I had 2 sets of statement of account for each bank that I had my monies in. The first type of statement of account was the printed format that was printed and signed by a banking official. The second one was what is called my bank statement. Now, what is my bank statement? My bank statement is simply a secure way of letting the visa officer know that these monies are actually in my account. So if they access your account through my bank statement, it is more legitimate, or it shows that you actually have this money in your account, and there's no room to have a misunderstanding that this money is actually not in your account and maybe your document was probably forged. So e-bank statement, if you can get it, it's not compulsory. I've seen people actually get their visas without my bank statement. So if you can get it, great. It's further really boosts your chances of actually getting this visa. So I had my personal account bank statement there. I also had my company account statement there. And like I said, I had 2 versions. The printed version, which was signed and stamped by a banking official. And then the second one is in my bank statement. Still, you can get this at the bank. It's printed, I screenshot it and then attached it. So this actually increased the size of my PDF. And now you might think, okay, all these documents, gathering all these documents, it has increased the size of my PDF. I will also be showing you how to effectively compress these files so that you'll be able to upload it, because the limit is actually just 4 megabytes. So although banking officials who are going to give you this banking statement actually know that these bank statements actually have to be addressed to the High Commission of Canada. Also, I had what is called a gift deed. And now this gift deed was issued to me and signed and notarized, and was attached to this document too. So if you can lay your hands on a gift deed, let's say it's a sum of money and that it has been given to you and promised to you. Obviously, if you have the liquid cash sitting in your account, this really goes to show or to explain how that money came about. Obviously, if it's going to be a close relative, even better chances. So this gift deed should show that the person issuing this gift deed to you has the intention of giving you these monies or this gift without expectation of return. Another document that was there was my domiciliary account. So if you have any form of like DOM account, that's foreign currency account, you should get one. Now, domiciliary accounts are very important to have. If you don't have one, I advise that you should get one at any bank of your choosing. Try to get a domiciliary account. I'll be making another video very soon telling you what actually you need to open a domiciliary account. People are going to be giving you these monies that's through the gift deed. You would need a valid identification for them if you can actually lay your hands on these. So if it's your parents, or if it's an uncle, or if it's an auntie, or a close relative, or maybe someone who has sponsored you all throughout your life, you can lay your hands on their documents. It's important to have it there to actually show that this person, the true identity of this person, and that this person is real and also is who I claim this person actually is. So I also had a company. I had a company account. I had an account and I also used that. Also, I had been running the account for like a couple of years, and that gave me the opportunity to be able to get reference letter for that account. So I got a reference letter from my company account, and if you don't know what a reference letter is, I'll tell you. Now, a bank reference letter in this particular case, for the purpose I wanted to use it for, is simply a letter that shows that I actually have an account with that bank and I've been running it for a number of months or years, as the case may be. And the letter also confirms that I, with my name, am a signatory to the account, or a sole signatory to the account. So the letter is meant to be signed, not necessarily stamped, but signed by authorized signatories, and addressed to the High Commission of Canada, located in Abuja. Another document I used was the CAC document. CAC document for my company. I uploaded everything, the important parts, I uploaded them, the ones that had my bio data, showing that I was a sole signatory to that company. So I also actually did some work for different clients at one point or the other, and I had invoice to show that I worked for these people and they paid me. And these transactions were actually reflected in the statement of account that I uploaded. So you can see the link, the invoice. On the particular day that the invoice was generated, there was a corresponding entry in my account. Also, I told you I worked in a company, and the company, I was opportune to work with a central system, basically, where every staff has their profile, as well as salary breakdown. So I made a screenshot of my profile page showing my salary breakdown. So remember, we have already attached our school fees receipt. I also attached a Telex copy. Now, when you make a transfer from your maybe domiciliary account in, let's say, in Nigeria, and that's the way I did my own school fees payment. I transferred from my DOM account to an account, the school account offshore, and it's generated a receipt of some sort. So I got the receipt and I attached it. So the receipt also corresponded with the school fees receipts that I got from the school. So a school fees receipt from school as one document, and a Telex copy, it's called a Telex, from the bank to show that you actually transferred this money. This particular one is for people who are transferring money from the bank themselves. So if you have that, you can attach that. So at some point or the other, I had people who I borrowed money. There was a friend of mine that I borrowed some money, and he used the money to do like a couple of projects, and then like when he gets returned, Sometimes he refunds me the money, and sometimes I give him like some more money. So it was an investment of some sort. So and it generated some interest over time. So he paid me back. I actually had a track record of like all the times that I lent him money. So it actually did reflect in my account to show that, you know, I lent this guy money over time. And, you know, when he kept paying me back, like with the interest, the narration of these transfers are very, very important. So if you can maintain integrity of the narration, that will really be helpful to your application or to the show of your proof of funds. So a form of agreement between me and the debtor, and as well as the transfer receipt of the debtor. So he paid me back all the money in full eventually, because like I said, I borrowed money over time. Sometimes he pays me back, sometimes I send him the money with the appropriate narration in the account. And then, you know, when the time came for him to actually pay me back the entire money, he obviously narrated it there that this was like a payment, final installment payment, because obviously I'm traveling to Canada, I need my money back. So definitely I have to ask him back for my money. And from there, land documents, vehicle documents. I owned a car, I owned land, and I had this document. In total, I had 45 pages, including the table of contents, showing all of this. In summary, that's all the documents I use in my proof of funds. I hope I was able to give you some ideas and the documents that are required, or the documents that you actually need. I really wish you all the best in your application. Remember, it takes time. This thing actually takes time. It's important to plan well. Remember, effective and organized planning will get you your result in success. So just keep at it, and I'm sure that what is rightfully yours will get to you. I've been Andy. Make sure you check out my other videos. If you found this helpful, please like the video, subscribe to the page, and click that notification bell to always get an update anytime I upload a new video. So I'll be seeing you guys around. Take care and have an awesome day. Ciao.